You keep losing, bro, that can't be fun at all. You so below me, bitch, call you an underdog. I got 100 problems trying to get 100 solved. I'm sipping so much.
Hello, welcome, Devil's Nub here, episode 16, season number 1, saving Sampdoria. And it's time for a squad report to see how the boys are doing, how they're progressing, and how they are growing. Well, Sergio is doing pretty damn well. He has grown a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing how much he does actually grow. Costa, 27 years old, he's gone up by 2. Not a bad player, I've got to say. Really do enjoy using him. Mustafa has started to grow, which is fantastic. Some of his statistics are a little bit dodgy, but I think the more he plays, the better he'll become. Same with Rossini. He's starting to grow. I'm glad we sorted out the contract wrangle, which is a little bit annoying. Pedro, his statistics, yellow and that sort of light orange, is just fantastic. And one green, which was his passing, is just immense. He really has come a long way. Marcelo is just epic. And need I say anything about Polly? Oh my days. Those statistics are just magnificent. Roberto starting to play, getting the odd game. He's doing well. Our new signing, our new potential star legendary striker. I mean, his acceleration, his pace, everything about him is just brilliant fun. He really is a quality player to play with. Maxi Lopez, you know, he's on loan from Quintana, sorry. I was going to say Caligari. I have no idea why I was going to say that, to be honest. He's a really good player, but he's a bit old. I would have liked to have bought him if he was like 25, 26. Probably would have taken a punt on him. Clarkie's coming. And I think he's going to be absolutely epic, to be honest with you. Edgar Sali, I think he's just going to be a bit part player, to be honest. He really is, he hasn't got the strength to really increase. He's very pacey, which is what I like about him. So he'll be a bit part player. You know, the last 20 minutes of a game, Bingham just utterly pace abuse. Phil Hayner is just superb. Same as Clayton, he's doing so well. Our boy Icardi is just goddamn awesome. He really is just awesome. I can't wait to see him grow. I think he's going to be one of the best players I think we've ever had. Even better than Filippo, which could be that's a huge statement to actually make, because Filippo is like an 87 after 5 seasons, and he is just unbelievable. I mean, he is just unbelievable. So I'm hoping Icardi is going to be that sort of epicness. He's going to be, hopefully, biblical. If he is biblical, I'm going to be so chuffed. Victor Wanyama, look at his statistics. The boy is a tank. He's got great stamina. He's got great strength. He runs all day, and he batters the living crap out of people, which I love in a CDM. Plus, he can get forward as well, and he's got a little bit of a mean shot on him. And I think that's going to benefit us in seasons to come. You know, maybe not this season, but in seasons to come, as he starts to grow, I think it's going to really, really benefit us. Our boy Pozzi is still out, which is really, really annoying. You know, he was hitting a nice little bit of form, and then he got injured, and yeah, so annoying. I'm looking forward to getting that lad back on from loan. You know, I know he's only a rated 69, 22 years old, CDM. He's got decent work rates. I think it's high defensive and low attacking, which is fantastic. And at this moment in time, this is our strongest side, and a side that I think would send fear into the hearts of everybody. As you can see, our boy Polly is back. He is now injury-free. He is 100 times stronger. You know, he's been doing good work in the gym. You know, he's so fit, it's unbelievable. His stamina is just immense, and I'm really looking forward to having him back, because he's such an integral part to this team. You know, playing him in the CDM, playing him in as a cam, his passing range is just epic. And speaking of epic, look at Wanyama getting around that pitch, causing some problems. You know, getting in a really tasty tackle, dragging players back. Unfortunately, doesn't really do enough. We still managed to get broken down, and that is a beautiful last-ditch sliding tackle to get in there, to block the shot, which was brilliant. And Lopez, look at that ball through. That was such a nice ball, such a simple ball, such a simplistic ball to play, and it was just beautiful. A nice ball over the top into Wanyama. Will he get a goal on his debut? No, of course not. Nice shot, though, and he forced the corner. We swing the ball over. That is a beautiful header, straight off the bar though, which was frustrating. It falls to Clarkey on the edge of the box. He knocks it across, we go for the shot, and again, that little bit of FIFA BS where everyone seems to be able to block it. But Maxi Lopez swinging it in, he's got a nice corner on him, straight onto the head of Diego Arias, and that was a beautiful goal, a beautiful headed goal. Something we haven't scored too many of of late, or to be honest with you, throughout this career mode, which is a little bit frustrating, because we do have some beastly players in the air. We have some right towering players who should be getting a lot more goals with their head, but unfortunately they're not at this moment in time. But as you can see, under a great deal of pressure, get totally and utterly split open And I think we got away with that. We were really lucky to get away with that. We should have been punished, but thankfully we weren't. And as you just seen there, Clarkie's gone down quite heavily from the goal kick, and that does not look good. It looks like it is his knee, and looks like he could be out for a couple of days, could be out for a week or so. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But that is not the way we wanted him to make his full home debut by going off injured. But it's okay. We have Mustafa, who we can bring on. Mustafa's a very good player. He may not be the most technically gifted, but you know, it's fair dues. He's a good player. He's going to have plenty of growth. He's a young player as well. It's just a shame to see Clarkie go off in the first half of his home debut with Sampdoria. It's really annoying. But Lopez with the skills, absolutely rocket launcher of a shot. The keeper just palmed it onto the post, and we couldn't create anything else from it, which was a great shame, as we were playing really quite well and really turning up the heat on Salzburg and trying to push for that second goal because we need it. But then a nice bit of football. Victor Wanyama knocking it into our boy Luke. Luke into Lopez, and Lopez with an absolute simplistic goal. I mean, he hit that so early, it took me by surprise, and it definitely took the goalkeeper by surprise. That's why I think it nestled in the bottom corner. I mean, it's nice play by Wanyama, knocks it into Luke. Luke with a simple ball. That first touch, straight onto his left foot, hits it straight away. It took me by surprise, as you'll see with this replay here. Straight onto it. He ball rolled it with his right foot, and he just hit it so early that I think it took, not only took me by surprise, it took the goalkeeper by surprise. And we were worthy 2-0 winners, to be honest, and it's really good to get those points. We need those points desperately, and as you can see, look at that, Lopez going huge with a 9.1. As I say, if he was like 25, 26, I would really like to have a punt on him. But we're going to see how long Clarkie is out. Hopefully it's going to be no longer than 1 day. Please be 1 day. No, of course not. It's a sprained knee, so that means 4 weeks he's going to be out for, which we all know 4 weeks translates roughly 7 to 8 weeks, which is really, really frustrating. But it's part and parcel. It's one of those things. And it's great to see Poli back. He is fantastic, and he was literally so integral to that victory. You know, his passing is just absolutely out of this world. So let's have a look at the other leagues. Let's see how everyone is doing. Let's see how the leagues are starting to pan out. As you can see, Real Madrid is now sitting quite happily top of the league. As we move down it, I am still shocked to see Napoli at the bottom of that league. I cannot understand how Napoli at the bottom of that league, along with, you know, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Arsenal down there. I truly don't understand how they're down there. It just goes to show that that division must be absolute, well, it must be an absolute nightmare. I'm glad we are not in there yet. Hopefully we will be in there, you know, in a few seasons. Work our way up, you know, and hopefully in the next 3 seasons, if we can get promotion this season, it'll be fantastic, and we could get, cool, it'd be epic to get promoted every season. I don't think that's going to be quite possible, because some of these divisions are just so overpowered with such great teams. I mean, look at Spartak. They're absolutely dominating in that division. Plus 43 in the goal difference. You know, Atletico and Bilbao are dominating. It's quite scary. I don't think I want to be in those leagues at this moment in time. I mean, Jesus Christ. It is so competitive. It is great to see such a vast array of teams in the top 6 and in the bottom 6. It's quite scary. Looking at our division at this moment in time, we sit in 6th place, 55 points. But you know, we are under pressure from the likes of Braga, Sao Paulo, and Lokomotiv are going to be applying a lot of pressure to us. I think Galatasaray and Valencia are well and truly away from us. Aston Villa, I think we can reel them in if we get a, you know, solid form going. We're going to really need to get some solid form going to really try and get that 3rd position. I don't think it's going to be possible, but you never know. Never say never. Football is a funny old game. If we can dig out a good result against Aston Villa at Villa Park, then who knows? We could well and truly be on our way to 3rd position. I know it's a bit of an audacious comment. I know that's a little bit more, we're being a little bit gung-ho thinking we can do it, but you never know. You have to be positive. If you're not positive, you're never going to get anywhere. So we have to be positive. We have to think positive thoughts. And the way we start, ooh, I was expecting a goal. I bet you guys are expecting that early goal to be conceded. But no, we defended really stoutly. Our defending has actually improved. Started to defend really well. Sergio doing good work in goal. He is pretty damn awesome, but the game was extremely, extremely boring, unfortunately. 0-0 at half-time. It really was just a case of 2 teams just closing each other down, and there was no space to work in. When we did get some space, Sarli had a shot. Unfortunately, he just puts it a little bit high and wide, but I put that down to the fact he hasn't played enough games, so he's probably a bit rusty, which is no fault of his own. You know, that's being a manager, it's difficult to play so many players all the time. But look at that, Vilhena knocking the ball into Icardi. Icardi cutting inside, sticking it onto his right foot and sticking it in the top corner after 72 minutes. He is absolutely becoming biblical. I'm sorry, it's my favourite word for this episode is biblical, because Luke and Icardi are going to be a biblical strike force. I tell you, they're going to send the fear of God into everybody as he strikes his second goal of the game. Look at that from Icardi. He just stuck it onto his right foot and he just buried it in that top corner yet again to give us a 2-0 win. And that really is going to start you guys believing perhaps we really can take that third position. Or will we settle for the playoffs? Do you know what? I don't care. I just want to get promoted.